Well, here she is. This is my 2007 BMW M Coupe that I just bought on Copart. I won the auction for $13,000 and it has a clear title. Sorry about the dog. Clear title, 108,000 miles on it, and it has hail damage. So let's take a look at some of this hail damage because it is everywhere. Like, look at the hatch here. You can just see these little, when I get the right angle, you can see these little bumps. There's a bunch right there. There's a quarter panel, rear quarter, bunch of bumps. And then especially up here on the roof, look at all these bumps up here. The doors actually, I took a look at them again this morning and they're pretty clean. I don't think we have any bumps on the doors. Well, maybe there's one right like in this area. It might just be dirt. And the mirrors actually looked okay from what I saw. I didn't see any bumps on the mirrors. And when it arrived, it had a broken windshield. It wasn't shattered or anything. There was no glass inside. It didn't actually break all the way through. It was just on the outside. And I had that replaced really quickly. The guys that replaced it, I had ordered the factory seal, and for whatever reason Amazon had some delay and I still don't have it. It's been a lot of days. It was supposed to be 2-day delivery, but they did their own seal. This is the only one they had, and I really don't like how that looks with this little sharp edge there on the corner. I mean, it's very robust. It seems like it would do a really good job, but looks wise, I don't like that corner right there. I threw brand new windshield wipers on, and you can see the cowl is pretty eaten up here. So I ordered a new cowl, and let's see what else we got. We've got the front. You can see tons more dents up here on the hood and on the front fenders. The wheels are all good. They're not all scratched. They're not scratched up too bad, like from curbing or anything like that. They seem like they're in pretty good condition. And the interior is really nice. I was really nervous about the interior. Sorry, it's actually a little bit dirty because I have. I think that the people at the yard, the Copart yard, they had I think really dirty feet because it's just a dirt lot, and so there's dirt all inside here. But that's no big deal. Just get it cleaned up. But the seats themselves are really good. That was what I was really worried about, was wear and scratches and tears and rips on the seats, especially on the driver's side. I'll go over there. What I was really worried about was like especially this area right here where you get in and usually like your butt kind of rubs against it as you enter the vehicle, and the side bolster right here. But they're in really good shape. So I think I lucked out with that. Everything else inside, it looks good. It has the carbon fiber fabric interior inlay. I don't know what you call that. I know that comes in like different wood trims or the carbon fiber. I think the carbon fiber is definitely the best. So I'm happy about that. Does not have nav, but pretty simple inside, and everything looks good. So I'm really happy about everything on the interior. And I do have the front bumper off right now because I'm going to be replacing the fender liners. There were a couple of them. There's one right here that had a broken tab. So I ordered brand new ones. They're about $150 per fender liner. I just ordered both of them. And I also had a broken nozzle for this, like the spray headlight thing. But I'm gonna lift up the hood here. So we got our S54. Came out of the E86 M3 originally, and it definitely needs to be detailed in the engine bay here. It's really dusty. This was sitting on the Copart lot for I think at least 6 months before it got sold to me. So as you can imagine, just a lot of dust getting kicked around with cars being moved around and stuff like that. But yeah, it runs really well. I've driven it twice. Runs great, pulls hard, and definitely looking forward to getting a license plate. I have to wait until the title gets here. So if anyone's watching this and going, oh, what's it really like ordering from Copart? I went through a broker, and you want to use a broker unless you have your own used car sales license, which I also recommend getting one. I'm working on getting one right now. But because I went through a broker, the title had to be mailed to the broker, and then the broker has to register the car or something like that with their state, and then they get the title from their state. And in this case, that was not Philadelphia, Pennsylvania license or title, I should say. And then they get that and they send that to me, and then I have my title, and then I can get my license plate. So right now I have, unfortunately, no plate on the car at all. Just, this bracket like that. And I bought one of these, kind of cool looking M license plate frame. And I also bought a vanity plate that just has the BMW logo in the middle, because I was hoping to just drive around a little bit with just that, hoping that people won't pull me over. With just that, I'm gonna get pulled over every time the cop sees me, and then I have to tell a whole story about, oh yeah, I bought this car at an auction and blah blah blah, and I'm probably even getting a ticket or something. So if at least I have something there, they won't notice it as much. Unfortunately, Amazon, I don't know what's going on with them, but that's the same deal with the. I think it's in the same box as the what's this stuff called, like the molding, the rubber molding. And I don't know what's going on, but it's delayed. It got delayed like 5 days, and it was an Amazon Prime purchase. So I'm not sure what happened there. But anyway, what I would like to do is I'm gonna get the front bumper touched up too. There was some scrapes right here. This is pretty badly damaged right there, and this little metal plate looks like it got bent back a little bit, probably from just rubbing on driveways and things like that over the years. So I'll probably just get it either. I probably really don't need a new plate. I just need to take that off and take a hammer to it and pound it back to normal. It's no point really in getting a new one. You don't see them, but this all needs to be sanded down and repainted. And same with the other side over here. This definitely has maybe even worse from people driving on the inclines. It's a really low to the ground car, so. And there's rock chips, all over the front, I'd say. So it's just going to be a good idea to have this front bumper completely painted and fixed. These holes for the front bumper, for the front license plate frame, I would probably like to have those filled and then just paint over it so it's smooth. There's no reason, I'm not going to put the front license plate on. And then this nozzle... sorry, my cat decided to show up. But this is where the nozzle, like the sprayer for the headlights goes. And apparently they're notorious on this car for breaking off. And actually I can kind of show you what I'm talking about. I have one over here. So this is one of the nozzle. This is the nozzle that broke. And there's supposed to be a piece on the top here that fits into that hole, and then on top of that piece, the little I'll just show you what the correct one looks like. See this little paint matched plastic piece fits on top of the piece that is missing, and I'll kind of show you that here. This right here, you can see these little jet streamer things. I think they're actually where the water would shoot out of. So that piece broke off, and then because that broke off, this part was gone too. So I ordered just a whole new assembly I couldn't find just the top piece, so I had to order a whole new one of these and a whole new top panel. And for the moment, I just have this is the line, the water lines to spray the water, and I just have it recirculating to itself so nothing will come out. I may just leave it like that because apparently this problem happens a lot with people with this car, and a lot of people do what I'm thinking about doing, and they just they like glue this part down, disconnect the hose, and then it just never pops up again, and they don't have to worry about them breaking off and flying out while you're driving. So anyway, really the big deal with the repair to get this thing into the shape that I want it to be is to figure out what I'm gonna do, and there's 3 different directions I might go, I should say. So one of the directions would be if I decide I want to sand down all the holes and then fill them with Bondo and smooth them all over, make them make all the dents gone with Bondo, which is a ton of work. I mean, if you look at this hood, there are probably almost 100 small, they're all really tiny dents, but there's probably almost 100 of them on the hood alone. And there's probably, you know, another 40 on this front fender and probably another 40 on that front fender and a ton on the roof. So that would be a lot of work, but I'd be willing to try. And then if I did that, then I could go 2 different ways, or 3 different ways. I could then just, you know, prime and paint it back to the original color. I could wrap it. There's a really good wrap company that's like 4 doors down from my office. So I could wrap it, or what I've been really thinking about and being excited about would be, I watched some tutorials on YouTube about how to hand lay carbon fiber, and as an alternative to paint, it seemed like a pretty fun and cool idea and very doable. It actually didn't look insanely hard to do. So it's something I'm considering doing. In fact, I think that with how shallow these bumps are, these dents, I think that if I hand laid multiple layers of carbon fiber, I probably could get those bumps to actually just disappear without even doing the Bondo part. But I figured I'll start with that idea. What I would do is I'd start with the roof. I have a local person here in the area that has a roof in, I think it was Monaco Blue or something like that. And only about an hour and 45 minutes drive away. And we've been talking about doing that, and they've got it for sale. So I would consider just maybe starting the carbon fiber experiment with just the roof, because if it turns out good, I mean, worst case scenario, I have a carbon fiber roof, which would look really cool. And that if it's, you know, hey, this is a big hassle, I'm not going to do that. If I did, I'd do the whole car. So, you know, like, but if I did one panel and I was like, okay, this is too much work, at least I have a cool carbon fiber roof. And if I mess it up, then at least I could go back and go fix up this one. But I think it'd be really cool to do the whole car carbon fiber, and then maybe order the wide body kit. I've seen some wide body kits online, and add those as well, so that it's a wide body and carbon fiber. And then probably get some aftermarket like Volk wheels, just to kind of round out the experience. I saw a really sick, there's a guy on YouTube that has a 2JZ, which is the supermotor. So he threw a supermotor into this car, and he has a really cool carbon fiber wing that attaches to the back, kind of like on the side, and then goes up and goes across, and it looks super clean. It's not too huge. So that, I think that would really go well with the whole look too. So just a lot of ideas. I'm definitely gonna have to do intake and exhaust to make it sound a little bit better, a little bit louder. But sorry, I got a little bit sidetracked when I was talking about. So there was the carbon fiber thing I talked about. There was the wrapping, and then I could also just go for a paintless dent removal and just have all the dents removed. But from what I've seen online, it's pretty expensive to do this many dents. I think it's gonna be like, you know, $2,500, $3,000, something like that, to paintless dent remove the whole car. And that's, I could afford doing that, but I also, I'm thinking about if I did I kind of sometimes like to do a project. I bought this as a project car, and so the more work I do myself, the more it's like I get that completion feeling at the end that I did that with my own hands. And saving money, but not cheaping out is also something I like to do. So if I can, you know, like I said, if I could do this in carbon fiber, I think that would just be really cool, and it wouldn't be cheaping out. It might be harder to resell. There might be some people out there that would be like, oh, I don't like that look, but I might also attract some other buyers in the future that would really like that look. So anyway, I'm kind of jibber jabbering now, I'm blabbing. So I'm going to cut the video off. I hope you like the car. I really love it. And the bottom line when I bought this was, even if it had all the dents and I didn't repair the dents, I just want to drive the car. I've always liked these cars. I've driven them before. And I have a Nissan GTR right now that is a whole lot faster, but it's a lot more of a computer versus this being a lot more analog. For anyone that doesn't know, this is a basically the last BMW that BMW ever made with hydraulic steering, and it only is sold with manual transmission, rear wheel drive, and it's naturally aspirated. It's just a cool combination of race car feel. Anyway, look, I started blabbing again. I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching.